but I'm glad that you're here. I'm
Yeah,
glad
me
this
too. Yay, it's working. Trying to
something's
see.
working.
Trying to see.
Okay, so I clicked the start the live part. We'll see if that actually ends up working.
Okay.
And now it says that we're live.
Oh, we're live.
We're live. Hey, can you still see me?
Yes.
Okay, terrific. Great. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Araceli Esparza. I'm here with Robbi Dominguez, and we are talking about Midwest Mujeres. Really exciting day. We're kind of figuring this out as we go along here.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I'm trying to like think about how to. Okay, never mind. I was gonna extend my camera so you could see my background and you would see like the Midwest Mujeres logo. I was trying
Oh,
to be really techy. I said forget that because there's too much delay happening. I can just see it like it's just. We'll see. It says that the pages are unresponsive. Robbi, you were like about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago, we started the journey of doing vlogs and working together with Midwest Mujeres and this is like you're somebody I can just call up, like one of my OG members. And we were like, just trying to encourage ourselves how to utilize online, free online work, right? And like
hmm
to promote our business and network
Right.
ruthlessly and staying dedicated to our dreams and to our efforts. So, yeah, let's talk about this. This is kind of exciting. Your business has like grown tremendously as well in the last 2 years.
Yeah, growing surely, slowly but surely. Just trying to make an impact here in Madison.
Yeah, what
Everybody deserves wellness, but not everybody can always afford it. So I do my best to make that happen for people. I've been blessed to really be in a position where I'm able to make a difference. So that's definitely here at Studio 11 what we try to do. But yes, we've been growing. Doors have been opening, and I think you, ever since I've met you, actually, you've seen me a little bit out there a little more than I was before.
right, exactly. In comparison, then when we first met, yes, you are so out there, like networking,
Yes.
taking, knocking doors, taking names down. I love it. I
I feel
love
like you
seeing.
took the blinders off my eyes. It's a whole world I wasn't even a part of before.
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily that I took on a bladder. I think it was just both of us meeting each other at the right time of where
Yeah,
we were both like, I don't give an F anymore. I don't give anymore what people think or say about me. I'm going to do what I need to do to, and not waiting for that answer. I know when I first started my business, I tell people this all the time. I thought that if I joined the Madison Chamber, if I could join this association, because I was trying to be like a fundraising, a professional, I was like, gosh, I had just had cats. So I was like 31 and I was like, I got my business cards. I had this, that, and the other. I did my LinkedIn, all professional to be a freelancer. And then I waited by the phone.
oh, that's hard.
And I waited by the phone and not anyone called. I even called them. I was like, wait a minute, I paid for your association fees. I paid for your this fee, for your membership fee. I did the DFI that everybody told me to, make yourself into an LLC. I paid all the things that I need to. I literally invested probably, at that time, like $600 into creating a business. And I just sat by my phone, like expecting
Stuff to happen.
stuff to happen. Nothing happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did that, like everyone goes through that. I think when we're
hmm
starting off as a business, and this was like over 10 years ago. Now Kat says 15. So this is like over 15 years ago when I started that adventure. And I'm like, yeah, how can we avoid other people like, yeah, that drop's gonna happen, right? It just does. But
Yeah.
like, how can we avoid it to be so rough and lonely? And it doesn't have to be, right? It
Especially
doesn't have these
new to
uh,
it. If you're so new to it, you don't know what your next steps are after that. After you did everything you did, it's kind of, you've got to fumble your way through. Okay, what do I do now?
And I know I'm not alone. There are so many other women entrepreneurs, Latina women entrepreneurs, Black women entrepreneurs, white women entrepreneurs who are part of that. And I think that's why Midwest Mujeres has been so influential and really changed my own life too in the process of it. Like I've gone through all kinds of like business breakups. Like we were starting off as as a production company. And then when that person left, I was like, I don't know how to produce videos. I'm not an engineer. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell am I saying that I'm going to do this?
Right.
So, that took a pivot. And what I'm really good at is connecting people like you to other people that I know who want what you have and need what you have.
Right.
And so I just like decided to do that more.
You're great
And Midwest was born.
at it.
Yes, I love that you have this beautiful story about this younger you met like through Midwest, through our first Yo Quiero Dinero event that we had now going on to 2 years ago. And that you met this like mentee that you're just like still like in contact with. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. So just kind of real quick, we did that Yo Quiero Dinero event. I met this lovely young lady, and she came to the gym for a little bit, and we just kind of like stuck together, and we just became friends. And I have many stories besides just her. I've met so many people just through beginning to, just through Midwest Mujeres, just putting myself out there and being a little bit more bold, speaking engagement. Your advice, you're helping me, all that has opened doors after doors after doors after doors, and it's still opening doors. So anyone out there listening, tuning into this live, if you've been seeing Midwest Mujeres out there and you kind of like on the fence, what do you have to lose? It's still opening doors, 2 years later?
Yeah.
So
And I wanted to say too, I mean, thank you for saying it's me, but like honestly, it's all of us, right? It's like all of us connected. There's so many like older Chicanas, like, older Latinas who we see y'all, we see millennials, we see the Zers, and we do not want y'all to go through anything that we had to go through. Like honestly, that type of like, you know what I'm saying? Baptism by fire is not necessary. Oh my gosh, we just went through a pandemic, George Floyd, todas esas cosas. If we've learned one thing, and it is not trying to make this stuff harder, right? Like, let's not make this life harder. Like, there's so much abundance that we can all win. We just survived a pandemic for those of us who did survive, right? Because obviously not everybody did. But still, it's like we are here. Let's make that memory not go in vain, right? Like
right.
let's make their experiences not go in vain. They didn't go for just nothing, right? Like we're gonna be here. And I say this for our ancestors, for our antepasados que han venido aquí, a este país, who had to come here struggling, right? Struggling, and it's so funny. I'm like tearing up just thinking about this because it's like I think about like folks like Jasmine, who's like, who wants to control the narrative? Where are we? Oh, where's Latinas? Where are you gonna find Latinas? In hospitality and janitorial. Ahí todo el tiempo estamos, right? Cocina, restaurant, hospitality, and cleaning. That's where we always are.
Yeah.
We're not fitness instructors. We're not life changer people, supposedly, right? By our titles. But if we don't get to, control that narrative, if we don't have the control of that narrative, because I think about Jasmine, who's trying to start, Jasmine Lopez, who's trying to start this co-op for cleaners. And I think about her energy and I'm like, oh my gosh, if she would have met my mom 30 years ago, what my mom wouldn't have done,
Right.
If she would have met my mom back like 30, 40 years ago when mommy was just starting out here and she was working at, as a costura porque no sabía otra cosa. Go to work for someone else, and who was there to help her take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Jasmine gets so many, she tells me she gets so many like referrals for jobs out there. She's giving out jobs. I'm like, oh my God, yes.
And I just think it's like what I said earlier. I've been put in a position, what I do, I'm blessed to be part owner of a gym. I'm blessed to be able to do personal training, and I'm put in a position because I'm blessed. And so I feel like I almost have this responsibility, right, to help make a difference. So applying that same principle to like Midwest Mujeres, if we've been through like the struggle of things, why wouldn't we help other people? Like, hey, I struggled on this. Let me give you a little tip. Let me tell you what you could do so you're not stuck here. So I feel like, I guess I want to ask you, I feel like at least here in Madison, I feel like we are really changing the narrative.
I think so. I think so. And not just here in Madison, like Milwaukee, Green Bay, tú sabes, all this, you know, the whole state, we are changing the state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are definitely changing the state. You know, this state. A lot of people are saying, yo extraño ir al gym. Janet Martinez, una de tus mujeres. Ahora sí se ve lo de al lado. Gracias, amigas. We didn't know if you guys could see it. Hello, girls. Happy to see two beautiful ladies sharing powerful stories. Elizabeth Gutierrez said this. Gracias a ustedes por estar aquí escuchándonos.
Yes, thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, like we're just celebrating because like Robbi and I, like honestly, Robbi was like the first person that gave me so much like amor, ¿me entiendes? Like desde un comienzo, because we were like, vamos a promover tu gym, que tú dijiste, ¿sabes qué? Chinga.
Yeah.
She quit her job.
Well, I feel like, you know, same about you, because I had never had anybody approach me, or I have never been open to any of that, any, you know, social networking or just going live and talking, and none of that. So same, you know, the way you feel about me is mutual, girl. Mutual.
Okay, for sure. Because when I be seeing you on Instagram, you be popping out. I'm like, damn.
I try.
I'm there doing the crunches with you. Like I showed Maudie the other day, you've lifted I don't know how many hundreds of pounds.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. I saw your back, girl. You went in it. I was like, how
I need to get you in here.
I know, yo soy bien floja. Robbi, ¿cuánta era la pesas? How heavy was it?
What I was doing, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I'd have to go back and count. I just loaded it on there, girl, and I was like, I'm lifting this.
It was like 300 something. I know there were the big 50 ones at least.
Yeah.
And there was 3 of them. I don't know. There was a lot. It was cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for the people who are watching, who are celebrating with us 1,000 members. I wanted to like commemorate that this moment, because I'm like, when do we get to celebrate? I'm like, we've done it next week. But it's 1,000 right now. And I know you talk about your group and about what you're doing on Fridays.
Yes. So just kind of thinking about impact, right? I wanted to do something that, you know, could get more people in here who maybe were afraid or felt like they couldn't financially make a commitment, just to, you know, get a feel for what we're about. And so anyway, on Fridays in August here at Studio 11, you are welcome to come for free. So what are we on the second week in August? So there's multiple classes you can still take advantage of. We have a 6 a.m. class, and then we have a 5:30 class on Friday. So you have 2 times available to you for the next 3 Fridays. So if you've got nothing going on tomorrow, you've been curious, you've been having it on your mind that you know, it's your time. It's time for you to get healthy. It's time for you to get fit. Maybe you just want to get more energy. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Whatever the case may be, come check us out. Come take advantage of some free classes. We're not a big scary gym. We're a small little studio. I'll get to meet you. I'll become your bestie, your gym bestie. And yeah, I just love for anyone to join. And the thing is one of the reasons why I did this is because I remember way back when, you know, I was always looking for gyms, and I don't know if it's just the Latina thing, but I'm always looking for the best deal, who's got the best promotions. Right. And I was always checking all the gym sites and taking advantage of this promotion and this promotion. So I'm just like, there's got to be people out there, like, you can get 4 Fridays free. Come on, come to my gym for 4 Fridays.
And what time can people go? Is it any time that you can go?
So there's 2 class times available on Friday. So it's free classes. So you have the 6 a.m. class, 6 to 6:45. It's a little bit longer. Usually they're only half an hour, but the morning ones are longer. And so you have a 6 o'clock time to take advantage of. But if you can't do the morning, then we have a 5:30 to 6 o'clock time. So you have 2 options during Friday to come check us out. So a
Okay.
morning time and an evening time.
Sweet. Sweet. No, that's awesome. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, I gotta make it out there on a Friday. No, but you're gonna kick my butt. That's why I don't go. I'm
But
scared. No, I'm kidding.
that's the best thing about this, right? Like the classes that I do, any level can join in on the class. Any
Right.
level. You could be working out next to someone who's been working out for years, and you're going to fit right in, and you don't have to worry about not being able to keep up, because everybody just starts at their own pace, at their own level, and that's the beauty of these classes.
Sweet. Sweet. Thank you so much, Robbi, for talking to us about Studio Madison 11 out on the west side. Please inbox Robbi if you're interested in signing up for her Friday classes. I know I am. I'm going to definitely try to visit before the end of the month. Yeah, some exciting things that are happening at Midwest too. We have we have 4 classes being taught by two other women of color who are going to be teaching us about Canva, story video, and some wellness tips. A mindful wellness coach that is actually got introduced to me as well through our last Yo Quiero Dinero event. So Michelle Rusco, I'm kind of like torturing her last name. And then Jamie Perez, she does used to work for Channel 3000, is now a freelance video storyteller. So she's going to be teaching as well. And all these classes are for free. These are all because of like agencies, organizations that support Midwest Mujeres and what we're doing. So the more that you talk about like, hey, I found a new group that is actually not only like uplifting my dreams, but introducing me to other women who are not only local, but like national. So I've been hearing about so many Midwest Mujeres who have, in Milwaukee, like making connections with women there, or out in Green Bay. I just had somebody from Delavan sign up as a member, and every member gets like a one-on-one session with me, on branding, on tips of how to do lives. We were just, even when you're doing like a 15-second video story on Instagram stories, you want to put a call to action. You want to put a location. Let me help you remind about those things, because we all forget. And, learn how to brag about yourself. And that's what Midwest Mujeres is about. It's definitely having that like safe community. I'm so excited to have these next 1,000 members. I'm so excited for you guys to meet each other. I mean, this is like something that's changed my life because of your stories and like the efforts that you're all making, and we can show up. I don't want to be somewhere where I can only show up being one thing, like just being a mom or just being Latina. I want like all of my parts to show up, I want all my parts. The fact that I'm so into giving for other people and helping other people, I want that part to show up. I want to show up my dedication for equality for LGBTQ people in my life, including some of them being my own family. And so I think that that's where, we differ for others, is that we're very open about all of our intersections. And that's why Midwest Mujeres is not only just for Latinas, but it's also for Black and white women to, be our allies, and let's learn from each other. So with that, okay, so I see some unstableness, Robbi's video. Now I only see your face, Robbi.
How about that?
Yeah, now I see you. But let's wrap up, because it's been 20 minutes. I know people's attention is like, I'm only here for a couple of seconds. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all for making Midwest Mujeres what it is today. And
thank you, everyone. 1,000 followers. Woo! So exciting.
Got it. 1,000 members. Yes, in our group. So this was awesome. Please connect with Robbi for your workouts over here on the West Side. Every Friday is going to be free. Connect with me for like a branding session and be part of Midwest Mujeres. You can order a t-shirt. You can, definitely promote your business on our platform. So there's going to be opportunities for that too coming up. So see you soon. Thank y'all.
See you soon.
Bye.